guys, here come the Dollies. They got fresh sinkers, hot coffee, and the sweetest smile.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Clubmobile.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us.
Today we have a really exciting episode for you. Joining us today is Katie and Josh from the Foxhole Chat Podcast. Hi guys, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having us. It's amazing to be here, yeah.
We've been very excited about this one.
Yes.
As we said before we even began, we're very excited. For those who don't know, can you tell us a little about yourselves and about your pod?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Josh, and I'm a afflicted member of the Second World War community. I feel like this is an AA meeting now. Like, I'm Josh. But yeah, absolutely obsessed with the Second World War. I started an Instagram channel and a Instagram account and a YouTube channel almost a year ago, and then kind of met Katie through Instagram, and we just got chatting that way, really became friends, and then I think Katie likes to tell the story. Within a week, we went from not having a podcast to having a podcast.
That's a bit like us, really.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
Very, very similar, yeah. Yeah. Funnily enough, we became friends through Discord, and we went from just talking all the time. We'd have like a designated evening on Saturday where we would talk on the phone, and then we made an Instagram thinking it would be a history page, and then it turned one night. I think I'd had a couple of beers on my balcony, and she was half asleep. And it turned into.
It was that time. It was that time difference, right? So she's 3 hours behind me.
Right.
And we set time aside on the weekends because I work during the week and she's got the kids, and it would be like this and that. And by the time she'd be like, oh, I'm going to have another beer. And I'm like, I'm in bed.
It's midnight.
And I was like, you know what we should do? You know what we should do with this Instagram account? We should turn it into a podcast. Not even thinking like, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild.
Recorded the first episode twice because the first time was that bad.
Oh, wow.
And then it was like, did the first one twice. The first time never saw the light of day ever.
Good.
I didn't think anything was gonna, like, you don't think it's gonna take off, and then all of a sudden we're sitting here, four of us hanging out like this, and it's like, oh, it did. Yeah. It was something that people were interested in. So,
right. Yeah.
Always fun to see how it turns.
Katie, you go ahead. Please tell us about yourself and how you got into this kind of thing.
Same, really. I was bored of doing my day job and wanted something different to do outside of work that could potentially become a job. Mm-hmm. So I started my Instagram and YouTube, and fast forward 5 years, met Josh, started the podcast, and now we're here.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
I feel like we all have like very similar reasons for doing the same thing.
Very heavy on the needed something that wasn't my day job. Yeah.
And something that could then become our job, which is really fun.
Yeah.
How did it develop from nothing to within a week you have a podcast? What was the exact subject that kind of spurred you along and said, we have to tell people about this and people are going to listen to it?
That's a good question. I think from my side, it was just nice to find someone else who has a shared interest, and that you can share it with. And then we were like, originally we were trying to come up with like a collab on like a YouTube video, and we live in obviously not as far apart as you guys. There's no time difference. There's a difference in internet quality. We've discovered that during the podcast with our technical difficulties between Wales and England. But it was just that shared interest. And then we just wanted, like, say, do some kind of collaboration. And then it was Katie's idea mainly to come up with a podcast. And it kind of just went from there. It's like, okay, we don't really have anything that links the areas of North Wales and England where Katie is. So what can we do instead? Okay, well, we'll just create this kind of podcast that's kind of laid back. We said that in the start, didn't we, Katie, of just, we're not going to be super fact heavy and because we want it to be accessible. I think we both want history to be spread as far as possible because we think the stories are super important. So it was kind of a combination of those two things, really. Yeah.
Again, very, very similar. Very similar to us. This is so fun to figure out that we're not the only ones who have a similar story or a similar interest in it, which is really fun. Katie, I assume it was the same for you, the same as Josh has said, in terms of the subject that got you sort of spurred on to do it.
Yeah, so I don't have any friends that are interested in history, like particularly military history. So they making that connection online was the only way I was gonna have halfway decent conversations about in-depth history. And Josh was one of the first ones that I properly connected with. You know, with us being similar ages as well. That I think that helps. That helps as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you guys met in real life yet, or are you kind of like us, where we're like on the cusp every
Okay.
We're on the cusp at least 3 times a year.
Very similarly to you, Katie, I didn't have any like friends in my like life that I could talk about this with. I would always kind of just go to my dad, who was the reason I got into all of this. My dad was, you know, is still very into, like, I call one night, what are you doing? I'm watching Patton. Like, okay.
I was watching Patton.
What are you doing? I'm watching Band of Brothers. Okay. But it was always just, I would go to my dad. And then I remember Matt Leach starting We Happy Few 506 during the pandemic. And I was like, holy shit, there are so many people that want to talk about this.
Yeah.
And it felt like you're not the only one. You're just, there's nobody around you that wants to talk about it, but you're not the only one. And it felt like comfortable. And I would like kind of wait at the edges, didn't get too involved, didn't get too into it. But I feel like now I'm like, I want to meet everybody. Like, I'm ready to I want to meet everybody. I want to have everybody on this podcast. I want to talk to everybody because there's so many people out there. I'm always so I was very surprised at how many people in my age bracket too were like, no, I'm really into World War II. Like, I'm really into history. Do you find that like you're like surprised at the people that are in our age bracket that are very into this type of history? Because most people assume it's like older generation or like boomers.
Older men specifically is what
older older gentlemen specifically.
Older gentlemen, yeah, for sure.
But you know, people in their 20s and 30s, it's like, oh, you're into World War II? Why? I get that question all the time. Why?
I've got a story that kind of cements that. So you're speaking about We Have a Few 506. So I went to art gallery down south in Oxford a couple of weeks ago as author Geraint Jones. You should try and get him on the podcast because he's an amazing guest. We've had him on ours, and that was kind of our first like big connection in like the history world. And me and Katie were both like, we were like, how has this gone from nothing to us talking to a legitimate World War II author? Like, this is mental. It was insane. Anyway, so he was doing a talk at this gallery about his second World War II based book. And I'm not kidding you, I was probably the youngest person that was there. But I didn't feel like I stood out, like, because we were all there for the same reason.
Right.
You know, we wanted to listen to him, we wanted to learn about the war and his take on it and things like that. And then I also bumped into Leighton from We Happy Few 506.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him, and I'd kind of had brief interactions with him on Instagram and YouTube, but then talking to him, and I was like, because I knew like he's super involved with the actors from Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
And then like watching your guys' podcast and the people that you talk to, I'm like, how have I ended up in this world where I'm so close? Do you know what I mean? It's like dominoes, like, oh, you work with that person and I'm now talking to you. Like, insane.
Very double life. Is the way we put it.
I was gonna say that, and I love for some reason sitting down and thinking, how many degrees am I from a certain person? So like at this point, I feel like all 4 of us are 2 or 3 degrees away from Tom Hanks. And if you just said that to me 2 years ago, that I'm 2 or 3 degrees away from Woody from Toy Story,
yeah,
what is that about? what is that?
Yeah.
And then when we get to talk to the kids of the men that are in the 100th bomb group, because we have our series about their wives, we don't want them left behind.
No.
When we get to meet the kids of these people and they're willing to tell their parents' stories, it's so special. And then again, you're sat thinking, I am talking to the child of Harry Crosby. I'm talking to the child of Everett Blakely. It's all a very strange feeling, and I think as well, to be trusted as well. I feel like we would all share the mutual feeling of we are all trusted to tell these really special stories. And I think it's such a privilege and such an honor.
I get really nervous when we have the kids on, though, because I'm always like, oh my God, it's the kids. And I was super nervous. And then Rebecca Crosby made a joke about how Anthony Boyle's not tall. And I was like, well,
I don't know if you guys
I guess I'm not nervous
on YouTube.
Not nervous anymore.
I did a full spit take in that episode.
I missed that.
We were so serious. We were so into it. And she goes, Dad is really tall. Anthony Boyle's not. And I was like,
and there's me just spitting coffee across my room.
God.
I was like, I guess we could have a little bit of fun with this then. We don't have to be so stoic. We could be so uptight. We could have some fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've both been really enjoying your podcast. One of my favorite episodes so far has been the AI one. And one of the questions I wanted to ask was, how has AI impacted your mission in bringing history to an audience without sort of, as you said, being laid back and not shoveling facts down people's throats in a world where there's so much AI and so much fakery and manipulation? Do you feel like it has changed the mission somewhat?
I think it's made the mission a little bit harder with absolutely. Being able to differentiate between real and AI. Certainly done that. Behind the scenes, it's made my life a little bit easier.
Right.
It was like writing scripts and stuff.
Editing
but,
as well.
Yeah,
that helps a lot.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of, it can be a tool that's used for good. I use it in a way of titles and thumbnails and trying to come up with ideas. But it's then knowing and just being careful with it of using it in a responsible way. You guys saying about the, you want to keep the stories alive with the wives and from the kids. It's kind of in that similar realm of, it can go down a really horrible road, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of it on Facebook and Instagram. And again, I don't know about you, but it gets me really frustrated, because I'm thinking, we all put in so much effort into researching things and just sitting down and finding time to talk to people, and then there's just people out there who just completely make up random facts and then get a supercomputer in a random part of the world to come up with a fake image. And I think at the same time, we've got to not let it get to us and just keep on. Like, the mission, I wouldn't say has changed. I think it gives us a reason to keep going and a motivation to, okay, we've got to be more authentic than ever. I think anyway.
Absolutely agree. I feel like it has somewhat changed the way that we have researched, not in a bad way, but also not for good. Sort of in terms of, you see a picture on Facebook, you have to decipher whether it is real or not. If it is not real, you are researching the real person to find the truth about them. And if it is real, you are still falling down this rabbit hole. So either way, you're jumping down an Alice in Wonderland themed sort of ride.
And
so
some
I
of
feel
these
like
images are doctored so well that you really have to really zoom all the way in and try and figure out, is it a person? Is it a real person? And then it's always the pages that have the AI generated images. And it's like, there was one of a wasp a couple weeks ago, of a wasp. I use that term lightly. It's not, there's no markings on her uniform. There's no wings. There's nothing to indicate that she was a wasp. There's a bumblebee on her hat. And people are like, thank you for your service. And I'm like, oh my God.
Please,
not
no.
for your service. God bless them. And I'm like, yes, God bless them, but
the real ones.
Not her.
Yeah.
And then it's always those pages that get 20,000, 30,000 views. And I'm like, you're not even looking at the real history. You're not even looking at the real thing. It's not even a real person. And that's the thing, then you fall down the rabbit hole. So that, I think I'm gonna ask, what is your guys' rabbit hole? What is something that,
yes,
when you see it or when you start digging, that you just can't stop?
Or something that you have discovered during your time researching for other episodes. What has something that's really captured you and that it's sort of like you're never
got a hold on you? Yeah.
Go on, Katie. I'll let you describe your
answer. I was hoping you were going to go first.
I always feel bad. Like jumping in. I'm like, oh.
So now we're just putting Katie on the spot instead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think the last rabbit hole I went down was Nuremberg, but that was just after the film came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We still need to watch that, by the way. We still need to get into it. Yeah,
it
very
is good.
Excited to see it.
Yeah,
we've heard it's really, really good. I think we sort of jumped down like a light rabbit hole for Nuremberg when we had Rosie Rosenthal's son on for an episode. We had to speak about Nuremberg because, of course, his parents met on the boat on the way there because they were both lawyers and they were both.
Yeah.
So we jumped we haven't gone fully down it, which we need to do. So yes, absolutely that.
Absolutely.
Josh, what was yours?
I've got a quite recent one actually, so it's not kind of podcast related. I was researching for a video I'm hoping to do on my own channel soon, because I do this thing where I go to war memorials, and I called it the Tour of Remembrance.
Wow.
And there's one kind of in a village close to where I live, and I've driven past it loads, and it looks really small, and I kind of, this is going to sound really bad, but I put it off for ages because I thought there's probably not going to be a lot of information out there on it. Started digging into it yesterday, and then started going through some of the names, and two of the names that stood out. One was he served in 3rd Para in Market Garden and fought for the Battle of Arnhem, and then there was a Battle of Britain pilot that was also from this village, and I was like, this is insane. Like, I didn't know anything about these people, and I did kind of dismiss it and thought, oh, it's a small one, there's going to be nothing out there. And then turns out these two incredible stories that if I didn't, have the wherewithal to research it, I would have known about it. And then now, this might sound a bit narcissistic, but I can bring those stories to other people, and hopefully they find it interesting.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound narcissistic at all. Like,
no.
We are very much the same. Of if we find something and we kind of grip onto it, it's always a case of we're not going to keep it to ourselves. We want to share it with people. And it's, like I said earlier, it's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do such a thing, even if we cannot find the children of these people. If they had children, we are still willing to tell these stories that are lost. If you hadn't have had the wherewithal to Google these two people, the story would have remained unknown for more people. So I don't think it's narcissistic or self-centered at all to think such a thing.
I think it's almost like a second breath of life for a lot of these people that maybe wouldn't get spoken about or wouldn't have somebody dig into their story, that they get this kind of second life. Because Winnie and I have this theory that, until you actually stop saying somebody's name, they're not actually gone. They're not erased. They're not deceased. Physically, yes, but not in the realm of relevance. And I think that by, finding these rabbit holes and finding people that maybe somebody wouldn't have thought to look up or do a little digging on, it's like they get this second chance almost. Which is important in history, because there's no one person, I think, that was more important than anybody else in this war. I think everybody fought, everybody gave, and everybody deserves that opportunity to be remembered.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you guys very much like us, getting into World War II history through like Band of Brothers in the Pacific and stuff like that? Was that like the catalyst for you both?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite between bands, the Pacific?
Pick your favorite child.
Pick your favorite kid.
Oh, that's so difficult, because I do love Band of Brothers, but then when Masters of the Air came out, I'm massive on the RAF and Spitfires, and I know that it's American bombers in that series.
No, of course, it's the same. It's still the same thing.
Yeah, planes.
It's all the same.
Right?
Planes.
Planes.
Planes is my autism. Like that is 100%. You know, some people it's trains, it's planes for me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same.
So I think it would be a close tie between Band and Master of the Air. The Pacific, it's never really gripped me. And I don't know if that's because I kind of compartmentalize that as being really far away. So it's something that I can't touch. Whereas Band of Brothers happened in Europe, so I can go there. You know, I've been to Normandy, I've been to Breakout Manor. You know, it's almost like you can touch it. Whereas the Pacific, that's way more expensive if you want to go over there, and you know, so that might be a bit more saving that needs to happen. You know,
See, you say that Gabby and I rewatched it because we had Scott Gibson and we had Josh Baton with us, and we had Jacqueline Bazelon, and we rewatched in order to research all of these things, and I think it grew on both of us.
Yeah,
it was sort of a case of like
I always kind of
didn't like it, and then we were like, whoa, this is amazing. It's gory as hell.
Yeah. Oh, that's I think what it was initially that kind of put me off, and I was like, oh my God, it's so gory. And then I have to, like, you know, my dad's always like, well, you have to remember they didn't have foxholes, they couldn't take shelter, they lived under trees. And I'm like, I know. I'm like, but it was still really gory. And I had kind of slotted it into that middle child spot with the 3 shows. I'm like,
yeah,
it's the middle child.
I mean, it still is, but we now
but I have a different respect for it now, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. But Band will always be Band. Oh, Band will always be Band. That was the one. But Masters just pulled me in, and I don't know.
Don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was about the planes, about the men, and I was like, but it's such a different perspective of the whole war. It's not fought on the ground. It's a completely different perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Casey, what's your favorite?
Again, close tie between Band of Brothers and Masters.
Yeah.
I never really got into the Pacific again.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, it's understandable because it's such because I watched Band kind of late. I didn't watch it till I was an adult, and so I watched Band, and then right after I watched the Pacific, because on HBO Max it did the countdown and just started the Pacific.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh cool, it's the second installment, and I remember watching it like, this is different than from what I just watched. This is a different ball game. So the first time I did not enjoy it, but then I saw your man from Jurassic Park, and then I saw your man from Bohemian Rhapsody and iRobot. I was like, wait, it's these guys.
That's why I initially watched it. I was like, oh, the little boy from Jurassic Park made a new show.
I'm like, oh, cute.
He didn't get eaten by dinosaurs, and he made it to
he didn't get eaten by the raptors, and he made it to Peleliu.
Yeah, to get eaten by mosquitoes for the next 3 years.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big crier, and I don't think I've cried at Band of Brothers from what I can remember, but I definitely cried at Masters of the Air. Specifically like the Bucky, you know, Egan and that relationship. Like when he appears in the POW camp, I was like, oh, he's got his friend back. Oh my God.
Yeah. Actually, when we wrap, I'm gonna find this picture of me crying at Masters of the Air. I'm gonna send it to you both on our little... My face is so swollen, and you can see my lip twitching in the photo. It was like motion sense. And it was right after when Kurt crashed, and I'm full on like, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't see. But yes, I'm gonna send you guys this picture because I'm just swollen.
I wasn't prepared for
and
that.
I have no glasses,
by the way,
and I'm red and
Kurt
puffy.
crashing or her photo.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing.
Do you feel like they kind of made Buck Cleven more straight and narrow than he really was? Because you read about him and they're like, you know, the 2 Bucks were wild. And they were, you know, real, you know, test pilot type 12 o'clock high pilots. I think they made him too straight and narrow to try to make like parallel to Winters and Nixon.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Sure
oh, and everybody was like comparing them, like, oh, it's Winters and Nixon 2.0. And I'm like, but he wasn't really. Like,
he wasn't.
He was just as bad as his friend. He was just as wild as the other one.
From what we've read in the book, obviously, again, we have to tackle this tome of a book, Masters of the Air.
That book is sitting on my coffee table for almost 2 years. I can't finish it.
I've read it all the way through. And
oh, God bless you.
Yeah, it's it took me so long, and like because I was expecting, I came in, so I did it opposite. I watched Band of Brothers, then I read the book. Watched Masters of the Air, then read the book.
Same.
So you kind of go into it thinking like Band of Brothers is really good because as I was reading it, I was like, oh, that's that. And you kind of go through it in your mind. You're like, oh, that's Brickle Manor. Yeah, exactly. So Master of the Air, I was thinking it might be the same. Not the same.
No, that's the whole history of the 8th Air Force.
Yeah.
But Crosby's book is what you really were. It's like what you're expecting. It's what you wanted. Crosby's book was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll add that to the list.
Any of those, like Crosby's book, Lucky's book is great, and then Frank Murphy's book. Those are that's what you're expecting when you open Masters of the Air. Something like that. First person perspective of what happened to them during war. Yeah, add those 3 to your list. Those are fantastic.
Oh,
Katie, have you read Masters of the Air all the way through?
No, started it.
Yeah, we did the same. We got like a third into it.
She's one of us.
Throwing it away. Yeah, we got like a third into it, and it's been abandoned in my case on the bookshelf, and in Gabby's case on the
I keep going back
table.
to it, and like I'll read a couple pages, and it's like I want more. Like this is real, like history textbook. It's dense. It's dense. Yeah. I'm like, I want more meat and potatoes. Like, tell me what you were doing. Like, were you sitting? Were you sitting technical in the co-pilot seat? Like, what were you doing? Give me your perspective of it. Like, that's why I would much rather read like a combat diary.
I think as well with trying to go back to Masters of the Air, we also have our little book club as well. So we have like 4 or 5 books on the go at any given time. So to go back to this, I've made an error in this cycle of book club because I started 5 Came Back by Mark Harris, and it's about the 5 Hollywood directors that enlisted into the military in World War II, and it is a tome. It's hardback as well, which doesn't help.
Oof.
And it's like this big, and I'm almost done with it, but I made a vital error.
Last week you said to me, I don't think I'm ever going to finish this book.
Oh, I got stuck in because they started talking about Mrs. Miniver, and they started talking about the best years of our lives, and that's 2 of my favorite movies.
Yeah, last week she got all, I'm never going to finish this. I don't think I'm ever going to finish this. And now she's like, I'm almost done. Now. I better get to reading then. Oh gosh.
That segues me into my next question. Do you guys have a favorite war film or piece of war media apart from Band and apart from Masters of the Air? Do you have another favorite?
Oh, that again, it's like choosing your favorite child.
Agreed.
Because there's so much, and I'm happy there's so much, and I'm glad that they're still making them. You know, with the Pressure film coming out this year as well. But I think to narrow it down, for a long time, I tried to watch Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk years ago, and I wasn't like at my current state of obsessiveness over the Second World War. It was just kind of there, and I tried to sit down and watch it, and I was like, there's not much talking. Like, oh, what's this? Like, oh no, boring. Just turned it off. Didn't touch it for years. And then I became obsessed with it, and they re-released it in cinemas for a bit end of last year, and I went to watch it. Amazing, and I cry at that film as well. Like the end with the Spitfire and its gliding, and the score, it gets me in the feels every single time. So I'd probably say that one holds a special place. But again, like we said, there's just so many. It's difficult sometimes.
There's so many. Katie, what's your favorite?
I think for me, it'd be a mix between Ice Cold and Alex.
Oh, okay.
And Memphis Belle.
I love Memphis Belle.
They're the movies I used to sit and watch with Dad, because he got me into well, he was interested in World War II. So, oh, you'll like this movie. It's about planes. So we'll sit and watch Memphis Belle and say, oh, you'll like this movie. It's, they're driving an ambulance across the desert.
Yeah. Was it the William Wyler Memphis Belle that he recorded on the missions, or was it the Sean Astin?
Yeah, 90s? The Sean Astin, the movie. Yeah.
I have a very funny story about that. So obviously you guys know that I don't live in England anymore. I live in the States. It's because I met an American airman. He was stationed near my hometown. So when I was younger, I watched Memphis Belle and I fell in love with Eric Stoltz. Yeah. And it just so happened that my life turned in a way that I married an American airman who was also ginger. So I had a type from very young. So I love Memphis Belle. I watched the original recently by William Wyler, and it is excellent.
Yeah, that one I go back to a lot.
If you haven't seen the original mission log one, I really recommend watching that one. It's very, very good. And I found out from reading the book I mentioned, Five Came Back, that he lost 80-90% of his hearing because he wouldn't defend his ears while filming the guys on these bombing missions. So he was then mostly disabled for the rest of his life just because he wanted to serve his country in a way that he could, which I find so admirable. Yeah, lost most of his hearing. And I think another one of the directors was shot while filming. It wasn't a bombing mission. It was somewhere in North Africa. So while they were filming, these guys really put their lives on the line. And I think it's why I've got through this book so quickly, because I need to know everything that happens. Yeah, it's excellent. What is the favorite subject you guys have covered so far on the pod, and what are you most excited to cover in the future?
Oh God. I feel like, because we're still at the start, I think we've got maybe 9 or 10 out, Katie. I can't remember how many we've actually done.
Yeah, our 9th went out on Tuesday, so it'll be this in 2 days will be our 10th episode.
There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I think as we're still at the beginning, we've literally scratched the surface, and we're always talking about ideas and we could do this and we could do this. I think I don't know about you, Katie, but even though we've had one guest on and that's gone out, and spoiler alert, we've got another guest that's gonna be next week's episode. I really like. So it's.
You can tell us, because this is going to come out in May. So by the time this episode comes out,
it would have happened.
It would have happened.
There we go then. So he's called Ben, and he has a YouTube channel called Walking for History. And he it's been really nice. We've had quite a few people message us, like you guys, we've kind of connected, messages and be like, hey, can I come on? I really want to come on. And I really enjoy that, speaking to Geraint and now speaking to Ben. Because then you develop these friendships and you hear other perspectives of, that's how you got into this hobby and that's how you got interested. And I don't want to use a very business term, but it's good for networking as well. So many people, and it opens doors, that you never would have thought of before. So I think for me, it's the guests, but then it's also really good because we try to do a lot of the unheard stuff, or the topics that you wouldn't necessarily think of. Right. So, the AI one, which one we've done one, spoiler alert, it's in the pipeline, on the movie stars who served in the Second World War.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, we both
I'm
really
all over that.
Yeah, we both really loved that one, and we had a good laugh towards the end with a fact that Katie found, and I was howling. I was absolutely howling.
Go on, what was it?
Go on, Katie.
So Don Rickles,
yes,
was an actor. So
Mr.
for the adults,
Head.
Yes, yeah, Mr. Potato Head. He was a motor torpedo boatman in the Pacific.
Wow.
So we were just picturing Mr. Potato Head riding a torpedo boat.
Yeah. And then
hear is the voice.
Yep. and then we went to Woody storming the beaches of Normandy because of Tom
Yeah.
Hanks in Saving
Yeah.
Private Ryan.
Yeah.
See, now I need to know
Donald
if he packed his angry eyes for war.
Right? That's what I had in my head.
Monkey chow for the monkeys, of course.
Yeah.
His angry eyes and
extra
monkey
pair of shoes.
monkey
Yeah.
chow for the
And your
monkey.
angry eyes. Just for
He's-
you.
and a dime in case you need to make a phone call.
And a dime for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Apologies,
God, that's so funny.
My kids have been on a Toy Story kick recently, so this was the perfect conversation.
Oh my
There we go.
gosh, that's so
I
funny.
didn't know that Mr. Potato Head was in the Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you do.
That's incredible.
Now you do.
Now I do. I love
Yeah.
that. I'm good when the episode comes out. I'm going to be all over it because I want, apart from this and World War II, another one of my big things is old Hollywood, and I love the actors enlisted and served their country. So, if anything, we can come back together on your side and do the American side of that episode, which I think would be really, really fun.
Yeah.
For all of us to do together. That would be really fun.
That'd be amazing. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Katie, which episode are you looking forward to that's in the pipeline, or have you already done your favorite and you're like, cool, nothing else will beat this?
I think the one I've enjoyed the most so far, I think, was actually the very first one we did. Just a chilled chat about Normandy, travel tips and the museums, and everything. Not sure I've got a favorite coming up yet, but we've got plenty of things still to cover.
Yeah.
And plenty of ideas coming up. So I think the favorite to come is still to come.
Still to come.
Still to come.
And
I like that.
we're super excited for you both, and we're so excited to watch it grow in a way that ours has. And it's such a surprising, you feel like nothing is happening. And then suddenly
everything is happening.
Everything happens. And then you have a second job, which is falling down rabbit holes and reading good books.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a hard life, gang.
So is. Do you find that, and Winnie and I say this all the time, that, you know, I haven't met anybody in this community that's not been like kind and willing to lend a hand or, you know, help, or just, hey, if you need anything, or hey, want to network or want to come on. Do you guys feel the same way? Like it's just like the community in general is just genuinely good people. Like there's no, you know, no funny business or anything like that.
No, absolutely. I mean, the stand up for me is when we had Geraint Jones on, the author, and he was like thanking us for having him on our podcast. And I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, mate, you've done us a favor because you're like, you know, you're insane. You know, he's former soldier, done it all, seen it all. And then I specifically remember, I will never ever forget this. At the end of the episode, he said, you know, let me know if you need anything, if you need any help with anything. And like, for him to say that, it just shows you what kind of guy that he truly is. And I think it's the same with other people I've come across. I mean, you know, us and Katie, you know, we support each other, you know, on our own channels and stuff like that. And it's just super lovely to meet like-minded people. And I've not come across a bad egg yet, which is good.
Right. No, not us either. Because it's not really a fandom. Like, you know, it's like, you know, I'm part of like the Marvel fandom.
Yeah.
But it's not like fans. It's more like
community.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how to explain it. The word is right there. Community. It's more of a community. There's no like, nobody's really trying to one up each other or anything. It's just cool.
Everyone's just nice.
Level playing field. It's just very relaxed with everybody. It's very fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This has been so much fun, and I'm really sorry that we have to end it, but I have one final question. Apart from Mr. Potato Head being in the Pacific, what is your favorite historical fact?
God, favorite historical fact. Goodness me.
We've stumped them.
You really have, because there's again, there's so many. God, favorite historical fact. Oh goodness me.
Or let's twist it. Or favorite historical site or museum that you've visited.
That's better.
Let's go there. Let's open it up a little more.
For me, I've not been to super many yet. I would probably say the beaches in Normandy. That was like super emotional. Utah, Omaha. I didn't manage to get to the British beaches. That's on my list. But I would just say Normandy in general. Like I still miss it. Like I had a bit of a traumatic time with hotels and things. But I still miss it and want to go back so much because it's just the perfect place for us people who are obsessed with World War II.
Yeah. Katie?
Yeah, I agree. Normandy. But like Aramanch, so like the British side of things, that's where we normally stay. We'll go.
Yeah,
so it's
wonderful. I know it's on our list.
It is.
I think our first thing for this year is to try and make a trip to England and do all the air bases that we have been researching, like Thorpe Abbott. Gabby's already been to Thorpe Abbotts. Can you believe I lived 20 minutes from Thorpe Abbotts and never went and didn't know it existed? I grew up 20 minutes away.
No
Isn't
way.
that gross?
Yeah.
Isn't that bad? It's terrible. So we're going to do all that. I get to show Gabby my hometown, which is going to be really fun.
Nice.
But Normandy's definitely on our list.
Normandy's on our list for sure. I want to see Churchill's War Room too. Absolutely want to see Churchill's War Room. But I feel about Thorpe Abbotts the way you feel about Normandy. I went and I'm like, I miss it. I want to go back. There's something very peaceful about being there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's something very peaceful about being there. And I mean, also the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. I was there last year. That's a beast of a museum. Phenomenal, but a beast of a museum. 2 days, didn't it? It took us 2 days to get through the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I could have spent forever in the Boeing room because they have a B-17 just suspended from the air. Just suspended from the ceiling.
That reminds me, have you guys been to Duxford yet?
I have not.
You've been, Katie?
Yeah, we used to go regular when I was younger, and we went last week.
Amazing.
Last week.
Awesome.
Lovely. Yeah, I went when I was a kid.
That's on our list
too. I completely glazed over the fact that I was looking at the only airworthy B-17 in England.
Yes.
But I was like 7 at the time, and I was like, plane, goodbye. Which again upsets me. I had this world at my feet, and I ignored it my whole life, and it took me moving out of the country to go back home again, which is really quite sad, isn't it? To end, where can we find you guys? Where can people subscribe? Where can people listen to you?
So we are Foxhole Chat on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all your podcasting places if you just want to listen or watch. And then Instagram, I think we're just at Foxhole Chat as well, from what I can remember. Just all one word.
Smashing. Like we said, we're so excited to watch you guys grow.
I can't wait to see what you guys come out with next because
thanks, guys. That means a lot. That really does mean a lot.
Yeah. We're super excited to keep plugging it and to push all of the community from us into you guys, because what you guys have is something so special.
It really is.
We're really glad that we've been able to do this with you both.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Likewise for you. It's amazing to watch your guys, and the people you talk to is just it's mind blowing. I can't wait to see who you have on next.
It's a surprise. There's so many surprises.
There's so many surprises.
So many surprises.
But we're we're thrilled for you guys, and anybody that's in our community and in our network, please, we are urging you to go check out Josh and Katie at Foxhole Chat, because you won't be sorry.
No, you won't be sorry. It's excellent.
You definitely won't be sorry.
Like we have just spoken about, there is zero competition. There is no bad eggs.
No.
So yeah, we are so happy for the both of you, and we're so happy to have like-minded people on this incredibly double life-esque crazy journey. So this is nice. I'm so glad that we have done this, because now we can talk more and we can commiserate in some ways. So I'm so happy this has happened.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you both so much for joining us, and thank you everyone again for listening, and we will see you next time.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye guys. Thank you.
Thanks guys.
Bye.